Hey there, welcome back to this Society tournament. We're picking back up on the first hole. All right, good to be back in the fairway. Setting up for your fifth stroke here. I think we're coming up a bit short here. Okay, sixth shot on this hole. Okay, we're just in the first cut here. Fingers crossed for a nice up and down out of this greenside bunker. Well, that's too bad. You've taken too many strokes on this hole. Shot limit has been reached. And you're currently 7 over. Okay, careful of the headwind out there. Hitting into an elevated green, we might need more club. This one's your third. And this one's your fourth shot. And setting up now for your fifth shot. Hi there, my name is John and I'd like to welcome you to this event. Today we start with a par 4 first hole. Let's get on our horse here, rip it into the fairway, and we'll take it from there. And best of luck to you as you endeavor in this society tournament. Unlucky. Second shot here on the first. Well, that one wasn't super clean. Setting up for our third shot. And this is your fourth shot.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Waste Management Phoenix Open is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing these two go at it again. It was a great rivalry first time round, and now, more so than ever, they're going to want to beat each other.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to following along with this rivalry. Can't wait to see what sort of excitement these two will generate. TPC Scottsdale, known for a bunch of birdies, Rich, and you can get right after them here at the first.
A gentle opening hole, second shot, a good opportunity to get your iron play dialed in. Green is very small. Anything missing to the right and to the left will run off into a collection area. However, if your irons are dialed in early, it's a great opportunity to make an opening three.
This one's going right at the pin here. This one's for birdie. Well, Rich, that's ideal. A birdie to start the day.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
He's currently tied for fourth. The second hole at TPC Scottsdale is a mid-range par 4, playing 442 yards from the tips. The bunkers on the right side need to be avoided, which leaves a good mid to short iron approach to a green that is bunkered front, left and right. So a good accurate approach required. Well, you'd have to think this person's got a head full of confidence, Rich, coming off a last start win.
The game is coming easy to this player right now, so no reason not to believe they can't do it again this week.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Woo, back there, horsey. Wow, what a shot.
Birdie at the last, this for another.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Ooh, wouldn't that have been nice? That's a wonderfully played chip shot there.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
Okay, steady now. Just a short putt remaining here. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich.
Couldn't convert after two good shots there. Disappointment as they're so close to the lead.
The third here at Scottsdale plays over 550 yards from the tips. It's a strong par 5, which requires two big shots to get to the green. The first shot needs to avoid that bunker on the left-hand side to give you a chance to go for the green. But if you're laying up, it's laying it back to a number between those two bunkers that sit on the left side of this fairway, around 150 to 100 yards out. Rich, I know it feels like we say this each week, but I just love being here in Phoenix. If there is one event on the tour that just seems to elevate itself beyond all the others because of all the people that come here to enjoy it, it's this one.
It is certainly a different event than all the others. Now, there's other tournaments that are trying to replicate what they do here in Phoenix, but none of them are successful with it. When you have as many as 650,000 people coming through the gates during the week, you know you're in for a different, unique opportunity here on the PGA Tour. And to play in front of all those folks, even though you know most of them aren't really watching you play golf, they're kind of looking around the crowds and being entertained by everybody else. Still, to have all those people just seemingly right on top of you, it gets to be a little nerve-wracking for some of these players.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. 13 feet to the hole. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? An opportunity to make their par. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. The par 3 fourth at TPC Scottsdale. Fairly straightaway hole, but bunkers again. Front, left and short right requires a pretty accurate and solid strike. Going with the 7. Oh, this would be handy if it could bounce right. Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there. Trying to get to 2 under with this putt. It was on a good line. 7 feet to the cup.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
And in it goes for the par. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
Oh my, how about that for a par? And that'll promote a good move up the standings. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The 5th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a strong par 4, playing 470 yards from the back tees. There's a big bunker down the right-hand side that'll catch any drive not hit with authority. The approach must be accurate with the bunker on the left-hand side. Anything just slightly missed here will be punished. Nicely done. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 150 yards.
Terrific approach and a chance for a birdie here on the 5th. And this putt to move into the top 5. That was a gallant attempt. This is a par putt. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par.
Opportunity lost, and one they needed to take advantage of, sitting just 2 back of the lead.
Where did that come from? That's not his style. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Setting up this shot from about 120. What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
And he's safely on the green. And this putt to move into 2nd spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it. Ooh, right by the hole. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Now over to Collin Morikawa.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The 7th here at Scottsdale is a par 3, a straightaway hole. The bunkers, left and right of this green, ensure that a nice straight shot is required. Going with the 5-wood.
That's definitely left of the green.
That got a little out of control, I think.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, Luke. This is a surprise, missing this one.
Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. Oh, just missed. Just 10 feet to the cup here.
This is what they have left for bogey.
Hello and welcome back to the Waste Management Phoenix Open. We're headed out to the 7th hole. It's time to go low.
Surely it's going to.
Well, at least it wasn't a double. And that'll drop him down to even par now. The 8th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a very strong par 4, playing over 475 yards from the back tee. There's a couple of pot bunkers down the left-hand side that need to be avoided so you can get to the green in 2. If you're going hard here, there's a tree on the right-hand side that can prevent a good second shot or a line to the green. 2 well-struck shots required to get to this green, and even then, your par's not secure. That's a good-looking shot there. From around 170 yards here, 3 behind our leader. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Good sounding strike, that one. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole.
They have absolutely flushed that one. Collin Morikawa, he was meant to be the original and best approach player, but I think we have a new sheriff in town.
And that's a great way to forget about that bogey on the last. And that will take him to 1 under. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. The finishing hole on the front nine at TPC Scottsdale was a par 4, measuring 453 yards from the back tees. There's plenty of room off the tee to the left, just so you can avoid that bunker on the right. There's a bunker short of the green here that needs to be avoided, a short little pot bunker. But 2 solid shots here will allow a chance for a birdie.
Playing from around 160 yards. Just 2 shots behind.
Going with the 8-iron here.
This one is all over it.
Oh, that one's absolutely stiff. And this putt to move into a tie for second. The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. All right, Rich, we've made the turn now into the final 9. What are your thoughts so far?
Yeah, they're playing well right now. They're inside the top 10, and they're looking to continue that move up the leaderboard.
The 10th at TPC Scottsdale is a short par 4, measuring just 428 yards from the tips. There's a huge bunker down the right side of this fairway, which suggests maybe less than driver is necessary off the tee. What you want to do is set up for a good angle of approach, though. There's a couple of pot bunkers to the short right of this green, and a big one to the front left to be avoided. Well struck. Looks to me, Rich, that this player has a ton of confidence. Put themselves right back in position to win straight off their last start.
They're going to have to make some birdies coming down the closing stretch, but they have a lot of good vibes coming from that last win. I expect more of the same this week.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. This is looking pretty good in the air.
Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that.
This putt for the lead.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And that's going to hoist him into first place. Leading by a shot after that hole. The 11th is a par 4, playing 472 yards and a huge water hazard down the left-hand side. The best line is a drive as close to that water without taking it on. Anything that leaves about 150 to 170 yards in will give you a chance to set up birdie. Not bad. Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
Without a doubt, the best player all around on tour in my mind's eye. It is no shock to see them contending for the lead once again.
Going with the 7.
Going for less club here.
A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 11th.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
4 feet to the cup.
This is their look at birdie.
That's pretty tidy. Look at him just surging ahead at the top of the leaderboard. And that will take him to 4 under.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Well, nice to drop a putt of that length. Well done.
Before this putt was hit, they looked their playing partner in the eye and gave a signal. That was mean, but fair.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The 12th for TPC Scottsdale is a par 3 measuring 192 yards off the back tees. Not much to this hole except the bunkers left to be avoided, although water can sneak in on the right up near the green if anything is slightly pushed.
Going with the 5-iron here.
We need this one to bounce right. A quality shot, that. Well, Rich, think they can make this one?
I really can't say I'm a fan of their chances on this one, Luke, but I tell you what, I've been wrong once before.
This one's online. Super shot, that. And that will take him to 5 under.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Oh, what a touch of class. Holds it from the sand. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. The 13th is one of the good scoring holes in the closing 9 at TPC Scottsdale. It's a par 5 measuring 558 yards. Job 1 is to avoid that huge water hazard to the right or the tree on the left-hand side that juts out into the fairway. If you're clear, you'll have a chance to knock it up near towards the green or just laying it back to a comfortable yardage of around 100, 125 yards. A chance for a birdie here to really ignite your charge.
Yeah, that'll work. That's fine.
Few players in the history of the game have had a bigger impact so early in their career than Colin Morikawa, Rich. Some comparisons go as close to Tiger Woods.
As they should be currently right now with what he has done in the game so far in his young career. He's come out each and every week and put pressure on every single player because of his ball striking and because they know that there's no weaknesses in his game other than sometimes the putter. But when you hit it as good as he does, you're bound to make a putt now and again. And each and every week when he shows up, players on the driving range are looking at him going, okay, he's here. I got to have my A game.
Certainly feels like sky's the limit for Colin Morikawa.
2 major championships under his belt right now. Surely more in his future.
The 14th is a strong par 4, almost measuring 500 yards from the back tees. The bunker that sits in the fairway should be covered. Anything around 190 to 200 yards out will give you a green light to go for this flag, although a 4 here never hurts.
And he's down there.
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
Going with the 6-iron here. Come on, look after us. Little bounce to the right here. And he's safely on the green with that shot.
And he's down there. You got to read.
Setting up this putt 20 feet from the cup.
Come on, ball, don't deny him.
And that's a long-range bomb. And rest assured their rival will be looking over their shoulder. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Sitting at 3 over. Wow, what a save.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
Our current leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage. The 15th is a very important hole, the par 5, 553 yards from the back tees. Either makes or breaks around here at TPC Scottsdale. That huge penalty area to the left is to be avoided if you're to make a decent score. A good drive will allow you to go for this island green in 2. Although if you're too far back, no point taking it on as there's water everywhere to collect your ball. Laying up to the 115, 20-yard marker will give you just an easy wedge here and a chance to still make your birdie. Oh, that was pure. Playing from around 230 yards. The interesting choice of the driver here. And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
This is from miles away.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Oh, he's up, Tiger. Trying to get to 9 under for the event with this opportunity.
Looking for another birdie here.
This one's dialed in. That's frustrating. Par putt coming up here. And the putt drops, now at 8 under, heading down the stretch.
And nice to have that cushion heading down the last few holes.
Not far from the green here, just in the greenside rough. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Our leader is up by a whopping 6 shots now.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
Welcome to the jungle, or as they call it here at TPC Scottsdale, the Stadium Hole Par 316. It's just a short club, but you miss the green, and a chorus of boos will ring out. And choosing the 8-iron here. This one looks to be on a pretty good line. Oh, what a shot. You'll take that. You don't need much to fire up this crowd, and that one will get them on their feet.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Lining up the birdie putt here. And that's 8 birdies today. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Birdied their last hole.
And from the bunker here. You're kidding me. Did he hold that?
Oh, messy little lie in the bunker, but that is not a problem for this player. Yes, in the hole.
Our current leader is enjoying a 7-stroke advantage.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
This dramatic finish at TPC Scottsdale has no shortage of options at the 17th, Rich.
If you've hit the driver but you miss the green, you gotta miss it out to the right-hand side to have any hope of getting it up and down for the birdie. However, you knock it on this green in 1, you never know, you could make it 2.
Nicely done.
Nice recovery there.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Oh, good look at a birdie here. Still in the lead now after that hole. The finishing hole at TPC Scottsdale requires a great drive. The big water has it down the left-hand side, and the Church Pew bunkers make it a very difficult drive. Anything out to those bunkers on the right will leave a good angle approach. But once you hit this shot, make sure you get the right area on the green if you're to make your birdie.
Looks like they got all of that one. That's on a good line.
Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader.
Absolutely massive and right down the fairway.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
This one looks to be heading towards the green.
He's putting on a ball striking clinic, it seems, today, Rich.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
And he can win the event here if he can hold this putt.
So far, so good.
Well done to this player who was able to tame TPC Scottsdale and walk away with the WM Open victory.
And an impressive victory it was there, Luke, in front of 125,000 fans on this Sunday. That was impressive.
And Rich, I think you mentioned earlier that this player was your favourite. Well picked.
Listen, it's not a hard pick, is it? This player has consistently been there all season long. There's no reason why not to pick them to win. They just make me look smart. That's about it.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HP Studios, it's goodbye for now.
Hi there, my name is John McCarthy, and I am pleased to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K23. Can't wait to see how your round goes today. Today we are starting our round with the par 4. All right, time to giddy up. Get that ball in the fairway, and we'll mosey on our way. And this one's about 180 yards out. Come on, ball, kick to the right. Well, that's too bad. Pretty sure you weren't planning on that. It's okay. Setting up here now for our third shot. Nice chip. Here we go, just a few more inches. And tapping that one in. And you're at even par currently. Here we go, par 4 ahead of you. Yeah, it looks like this one will play. And this one's about 165 yards out. Well, it's unlucky. Missed the green on that one. And this is our third shot. Okay, here's a 5-footer. No, that's going right by the hole, isn't it? 3 feet left. Ooh, those ones, you should be getting those to drop. Okay, this one for the double bogey. And nice putt. Let's move on. Okay, you are at 2 over par. Let's see what this third hole has in store for us. This one's looking good. Oh, you made that one work, didn't you? Nice and close to the pin, and not a lot left for your next putt. Just 1 over at the moment. And now teeing off on a par 4. Yeah, you'll take that. This is setting up to be around 150 yards to the pin. Oh yeah, that was a tidy little shot. Well done. Here's a right by the hole. 6 feet to the cup. Ugh, rolled right by. Okay, bogey putt coming up. Okay, we're moving to the next. And right now you're 2 over. Teeing it up on the 5th. And second shot here on the 5th. I like that. Okay, here's our third shot. This putt to take you down to 1 over. Ooh. On this hole, we've got this left for par. And as that one drops in the hole, let's take a look at the scorecard. Sixth hole coming up. Good shot. Nothing wrong with that. About a dozen feet to the hole from here. Well, it's heading towards the hole. No bit too much power into that putt. Here comes a 3-footer. Okay, good stuff. Okay, 2 over par at the moment. Teeing off now on the 7th. Good shot. This is about 160 to the pin. Well done. Here we go, birdie putt. Zooming by the hole. Oh, come on, ball. Get back. Setting up here for your 4th shot. Well judged on that one. There's almost nothing left to this one. Currently sitting at 3 over par. This one's a par 3. Well, I think this will find the surface. Approach shot worked out just fine. This putt is daunting, to say the least. Hopefully we can this. Oh, it could be. Holy smokes. How did that go down? How did you do that? And I think I'm going to have another look at that shot. That was interesting. Over par at the moment. And you're teeing this one up on a par 5. Look at you, just absolutely hammering that. Okay, this is about 240 yards or so from the pin. Well, I think this one's found the dance floor. This is what our 3rd shot's looking like. Well, welcome back. Time to continue from where we left off last time on this course. Today we're picking back up on the first hole. Okay, here's your fifth shot. This one's about 15 feet. Ah, no good. Okay, this one's a 3-footer. Okay, that putt's done. And you're 3 over on your round. You got a left to right breeze on this hole. Well, let's regroup. And second shot here on the second hole. Okay, back in the fairway. Great stuff. And we're around about, I'd say 240, 245 to the pin.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Yeah, thank you so much, Luke. I am so happy that I have been put with these two players because they've been going back and forth at each other on social media leading up to this event. They seem to really have something to prove, a bone to pick with each other, and it'll all be settled out on the golf course today.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event. No, that's not the shot they wanted. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 190 yards.
Well, this is some lovely momentum to take into the tournament, coming off a last start win, Rich.
Can't think of any better momentum. Obviously, the player is firing on all cylinders. Sit back, watch, and enjoy it.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. For it. Lovely shot.
I've never been disappointed by starting off my round with a birdie, Luke. I can tell you that.
He's currently tied for first. We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Well, Rich, this won't come as a big surprise, will it? Because there's a lot of people talking about this player. They've been performing beautifully all season, and many think they can win this event.
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
This one needs to kick left. That's inside the house of opportunity. What's in front of them, Henny?
This one will run uphill.
If it's up, it could be in. Ouch, that hurts. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She's 2 strokes behind her rival this week.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4, elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up from about 130 yards out.
Going with the 8-iron here. Oh, terrific approach. And a chance for birdie here at the third. And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
Always nice to hold those for a birdie. He's currently in a share of top spot.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush.
One of the rare misses for this player today, Luke. They've been hitting a lot of greens today.
Ooh, that almost went down. And he needs this to save par.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
Yeah, we'll take that. Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 29 feet from the cup.
Looking really good. That'll sting a bit. Let's take a look at the current standings. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the fifth here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
There have been a lot of players that have come out, and people are quick to label them as prodigious talents and what they can do, but it's true about Lydia Ko that she is one of the game's prodigies.
Luke, when you say prodigy, I think Lydia Ko's name should just be, instead of prodigy, just say, look at Lydia Ko. Because this young lady has seemingly done it all at 14 years young. 14, won a professional event. The youngest, men or women, to ever win a tournament that early. That is astounding. 18 years old, major champion with the final round 63. It's mind-blowing how good this young lady was at such an early age. Yes, had a little lull there for a little bit, but now come back out and is just taken the world by storm again. 17 wins already and building in her professional career. The sky is the limit for Lydia.
The sixth hole here at Riviera is very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
Look out left.
Oh dear. Can he get out of here?
This reminds me of my breakfast. Nice fried egg.
Putting for par. They've held it. That's very gutsy.
And that is a nice up and down out of the greenside bunker for the par.
Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
He finds himself in a share of the lead. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement off the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit, and now the Barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
What a skillful approach shot. This player not holding back in their rivalry with Lydia Ko.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie.
What a nice line.
Oh, that's a ripper. And that will take him to 3 under. Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Looks like a lovely little draw there.
That rough was thick. I hope that they're okay after that one.
The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose your own adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flag stick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flag stick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Pretty good shot there.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
Yeah, he's looking at maybe a little over 130 to the pin.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface.
A great shot here at the 8th and a chance for birdie. A 7-footer right here.
Little birdie look in here.
Oh, so close. 5 feet coming up to the cup. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it.
Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
Currently at 3 under for the day. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. That's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that's a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Playing from around 150 yards here.
Currently tied for the lead.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. This looks to be heading to the green. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Didn't quite judge the speed on that one.
Oh, I don't mind this par putt.
That will work.
Well, here we have it, Rich. This player's tied for the lead with the back 9 to play.
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
That's a little untidy. Second shot here at the 10th.
Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
And back to the course with the live action. Trying to get it to 4 under with this putt. Just didn't drop.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains.
And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Oh, absolutely flushed.
And here we are with the third shot. He shares the lead.
Oh, that was tidy. That should ensure the up and down.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
This putt coming up is for birdie. And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. And with that, he's now broken the tie, all alone at the top of the leaderboard.
When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Going with the hybrid.
Yeah, this is lovely.
Well, a little off the target with that one.
Distance control nearly impossible coming out of this rough.
Didn't that look good for a long time? Straight out of the top drawer.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Putting for a par here.
Currently in first position.
Rich, the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. If you find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the Barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Playing this shot from about 170 yards out. Currently in the lead by a shot.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. This one's headed towards the rough.
Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind?
This would be a great up and down. Yeah, magical shot out of the bunker, that one. Let's see if you can make this. Keep the par on the card. Oh, what a stroke.
Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Now leading by 1 shot. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hopping right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
This should play.
Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Sometimes when you try and get it up the hill, you just forget to hit it sometimes, and it seems so in this case.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Wow, that was just striped. Sitting at 4 under for the day, currently in the lead. And choosing the 8-iron here. Is that what they had in mind?
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
Well, you like the look of those hands.
Judging it beautifully.
Putting for a par now.
And the putt drops, now at 4 under, heading down the stretch.
Yeah, with just a slim lead coming down that stretch, anything can happen.
New Zealand's Lydia Ko setting up her next shot.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
The 16th at Riviera Ridge is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Looks good.
And another one goes. And with it, an increase of his lead. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Ooh. No, that's too bad. And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
The last genuine scoring hole at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17th.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better come up with something special off the tee and make sure to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side.
This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff. Getting ready to play their third. Currently leading by 2. Oh, what a shot by our leader. Had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup. This for back-to-back birdies.
This is on a great line.
And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
And with that hole finished, they're currently in the lead, with Brooke Henderson following in second. One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome looking second.
Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent.
Oh, really leaned on that tee shot. That went forever.
Playing from around 190 yards out. He's got a 2-stroke buffer. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. That's a pretty handy shot. Oh, that's beautifully judged. This is always a good moment. A putt to win the tournament.
Looking good.
Well, a spectacular week comes to a close. Congratulations to the Genesis Invitational winner, Riviera, the home of your champion.
It was a Hollywood ending for this winner. What a performance all week long.
And Rich, what a performance. They've got back-to-back wins. What a force they're proving to be out here on tour.
I gotta say, this player is in full flight at the moment. Just sit back and watch how awesome they are at the moment.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beem, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.